Hi guys, welcome to the Forces Press. I thought I was just going to try something a bit different today. You've got the normal Forces Press written down, highlights at the top, but this is a quick video, just going through things. Some of you might just want to listen to what I have to say, and you may not need to read the whole of the Forces Press, but let's give it a go. You might like it, you might not. But so just quickly, just sort of giving you a quick insight into what we're covering off from the Forces Press this month. We are delighted to announce that we've got the next network conference, the next national network conference already booked, 22nd of November at the National Motorcycle Museum in Birmingham. Great success last time, some great feedback, some criticism. We're picking up on all of that and hopefully going to put on another great show 22nd of November. So please get the date in your diary. We want to see everybody there. All brands welcome. It's not centric to one brand or another. It's there very much about the group and how we continue to grow the business. So that's the first little bit. Within the press this month, we talk about the intranet. We are behind on the implementation of the intranet. It's a portal. Will be available 24/7, where you can just log on and pick up lots of useful information, whether it be forms, feedback, documents, information, quite a lot of health and safety on there. The system is there. We're loading up the documents as we speak, and we're hoping to go live by the end of July. It's just one of those things. These IT projects just seem to take much longer than you anticipate. So the internet's really going places, but we're a little bit behind. And end of July, we should be able to announce access to everybody, to basically give you 24/7 access to what you need to help you run your business. We've got a little section on group insurance, and I know insurance isn't the most interesting of subjects, but it is really quite important, and for all of you, having the right insurance in place is really important. We have a group policy in place. We've now just upped that public liability insurance to 10 million. We're seeing more customers asking for 10 million. And many of you are on that group policy, so it's not a problem, but there's many of you that aren't on the policy. And we know that the premiums or the insurance tends to be chosen on low premiums, and we're a little bit worried about the low premiums that are offered. I'm sure for day-to-day stuff it's absolutely fine, but I can assure you I've been involved in one particular case where a service of a company I was involved in didn't seem particularly material, particularly important, but ended up being involved in a £30 million claim, and it really does ask questions of your insurance when you get to that sort of level. And while you may not think you're in that sort of level or danger, let me assure you that it can happen. We wish it doesn't happen, we hope it doesn't happen, but we are looking now at how we can make a group policy so that we know that everybody's covered to the right level. The last thing anyone wants to do is to find they've got a claim against them, a serious claim, and the insurance companies walk away. As I say, for day-to-day stuff, I don't think we've got a problem, but what happens if something bad does go wrong? It's the brand that suffers, but personally yourself, you could be in a whole load of stum. So that's another thing we've got covered off. Please have a look at it. We've put a bit of an offer there. Customer reviews are going really well at the moment, guys. It's a real buzzword at the moment for us. We talked about it at the last conference. Really, customer reviews. The cards have gone out. The cards are coming back in. We're seeing reviews coming in on a daily basis, whether it be by cards, whether it be directly online by the customers. But I do think this is really getting momentum, and from a Google, from a digital marketing point of view, it's really important. And so we will keep banging the drum there. Don't forget that you can do the cards. If you use the CRM, it will send an email to the customer inviting them to click a link and leave a review. You can send the customer directly to your web page, and if you're really smart, you can actually set up your phone, so you press a button, almost like an app, and it'll open up the review page on your phone, and someone could leave a review while you're there and then live on the page. So lots of different options. I really encourage you guys to ask for reviews. If you don't ask, you probably don't get, but as I say, really important. But it's great. We're seeing something like 5 to 6% a month increase, so that's well over 60-70% annualised increase on our reviews. So important. I've spoken to a few customers this week who have said they've chosen us due to the reviews that have been left. So really, I really encourage you all, get reviews, get them onto your webpage. That will help your natural listings. That will only help bring in more work. What else we got covered off? The Franchise Council. It was raised at the network meeting that we don't announce the Franchise Council. Well, there's a Franchise Council meeting coming on the 25th of July. If you want to give some feedback to any of the council members, again within the email, you'll see the names of people who are on the council. Feel free to ask them questions or ask them to raise issues. The council isn't our government, isn't it's there as a sounding board. It's there for us to understand what's going on in the network and to hopefully help guide the business into the future. We recognise it's not about us, it's about the network, it's about everybody. So please, I encourage you, if you've got some questions, concerns, then feed it through the council or feed it directly to us. The ops system, the CRM, as you would know, it's something that we're pushing hard now. Two sides of the ops system. There's the base station where you can access it through a PC, and there's the app which is downloaded onto a tablet. They basically integrate together, but they provide a solid base for running your business. We have had a few problems with the app, there's no doubt about that, but the problems are becoming a thing of the past. We've actually got a new app release hopefully coming out in a few months, which could include an Apple app, which I know a lot of people have been screaming out for. But in short, that system is extremely powerful in terms of recording your customer information, in terms of recording all the work you do on a customer site, all your treatment reports, method statements, risk assessments, cost data. It's all in one place. The system will invoice customers. You can record whether you have been paid or not paid by customers, so you can actually keep a good track on your outstanding invoices. We obviously encourage everyone not to rack up outstanding monies, to collect money as they go, but it does happen. But I can assure you that system is becoming one of the best in the industry. So if you're not on it, I would suggest you have a look at it. If you're using it a bit here and a bit there, it needs to be much more robustly used. We're actually getting many customers saying that they won't use us unless people are using the CRM to its full extent. They want that visibility, they want to know it's there. So there's a bit about the CRM. I'd encourage you to look at it. We are going to try and get out a series of webinars, videos to give people a bit more of an insight. As I say, from 2 years ago, it's not the system you'd recognise from 2 years ago, and really it's there to help plan your diaries, help work out what work you've got on, work out how much, clearly showing you how much you've made from your work. It's really all there, and it's there to be grasped. From a point of view of franchise recruitment is going okay. It's a tough old business, recruitment. It's not about taking on anybody. It's about finding the right people. But delighted to welcome Sinclair Walton, who's come in to run Pestforce Basildon and Southend. To welcome Werner Starbuck, who's coming in to run Pestforce Cardiff. And more recently, Richard Cullen, who's literally in the middle of training now for Lockpool Southampton. So welcome all of you there to the network. I think anybody joining the network enriches the network even more. Again, we've always talked about the fact that it's not just about franchisor. There's huge power in franchisees bringing new ideas and new thoughts, and we'd encourage all new people to really get involved and really help everybody in the network. We've got a little section here on Google AdWords. We've been running Google AdWords here since Jack's departure, since probably the start of this year, February time. We have a third-party team that do it with us, but we are seeing some really interesting results, some really good, some not so good. We run about 15 accounts here centrally. We're tracking right down to the cost per call. We don't worry about the cost per click. Cost per click obviously is a factor in working out how much it costs you to get work, but the most important thing is, does a customer ring you? Clicks are easy, actually getting the customer to call you, and there's so many different aspects to, first of all, getting your advert in the right place, secondly being clicked on, and once it's been clicked on, for the customer to then call you. Lots of different aspects. As I say, in November I'm going to do a little piece, well not a little piece, I'm going to do quite a big bit on AdWords and what we see. And actually the information we're finding is leading some people to actually move away from AdWords, and for other people to actually tackle it slightly differently. But if you're interested in us running your AdWords, happy to you get in touch. We'll talk you through how it works. But as I say, we do it slightly differently, and we do it to quite an nth degree of detail. That's all on AdWords for now. As I say, we're seeing some very interesting results. We know how much it's costing to make the phone ring, and it's something of interest to you. What I'm always staggered to hear is people spending thousands on Google, but they have no idea of what it actually delivers, and that's staggering if you think running a business. We know it makes the phone ring, but really our website, the Pest-Force website, is ranking so well in so many places. We're getting as much traffic from natural leads as we are from pay-per-click, but most people don't know the difference, and that's really quite staggering. So there's a few bits. Marketing collateral across the board, we're upgrading a lot of marketing collateral. That's all coming out. We've done quite a bit of work on the pest side of things, and lock. There's some more stuff coming out on wash. It's all fresh, it's all nice. If you're looking for leaflets, I wouldn't knock the use of leaflets. I think they have a key place to play in all the businesses. It's not going to be the be all and end all, but as we always talk about in a business, you've got to have multiple ways of bringing new business in. So natural listings would be one, Google AdWords would be another, leaflets would be another, potentially some advertising or editorials in local press or local advertising. You must have, if you don't have a multitude of different channels for bringing in new work, then when one of them doesn't work, you're left high and dry. If you have multiple channels, if one doesn't work quite so well, then normally another one's picking up the work as well. So think about it. Have you actually got multiple channels for your advertising, or are you just relying on one source? If you're relying on one source, if that one source breaks, doesn't perform so well, then that only leads on to the pain of, well, I've got no money coming in. So I'd seriously ask you to look at marketing collateral and maybe talk to us about what we could offer, some of the designs that we've got. As I say, we've got a number of new designs going out. The new franchisees would be already aware of some of that, and we've had a number of franchisees approach us to ask us to do some design work, and that's what we've done. So if you ask us and we can do it, we would do it. On the marketing side of things and the branding, we have done an upgrade of the vehicle logos. We talked about it at the network meeting, met with a lot of mixed reviews and thoughts. So we've done a refresh. I'd call it a refresh. So we're introducing a bit more of the group logos into the branding. It looks very nice. So the new franchisees are now embracing that new, fresher look to livery. And if people are upgrading their current livery, then we'd ask them to come and get those designs from us. But as I say, we've taken some inspiration from some of you guys in the network that showed us what you'd done with vehicles and embracing the skyline and things like that. So look, there's a number of things going on there. So look, this is I don't want to I don't want to moan on my dulcet tones forever, but we appreciate that some people don't want to read a document, so you can just listen to the video and get an appreciation of what's in the Forces Press. But I would encourage you all just to take a few minutes, read the Forces Press, ask any questions. We're here to try and help and support. We are seeing the business is really going well at the moment, seeing lots of interest in all the brands. National accounts, we're not hankering for national accounts, we want to get the right national accounts. And in terms of sort of visibility of how the business and how our marketing is going, the signs are all very, very encouraging. So I wish you a great summer, and I will see you all come November for the national conference, 22nd November. Cheers, guys.